Guys, what's up? This is Sarah Johnson, and I want to welcome you to another episode of my Wednesday's Wisdom show. So today's episode centers around EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. So I wanted to do a video on Emotional Freedom Technique and talk about the different tapping points that entail that whole process of Emotional Freedom Technique. So Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT for short, is simply a psychological, I would say, acupuncture. So basically what it does, it addresses deep-seated emotion. Maybe you have a hard time forgiving someone, or you have a hard time really stepping into your purpose because of all of these limited beliefs that you have about yourself. Emotional Freedom Technique is a tool or technique that you can use to help you to free yourself from those emotions. It helps to reduce pain, physical pain. It helps to reduce anxiety, stress, emotional baggage that you've carried around for a long time. So it's I've been using it for a while, and I find the technique is highly portable and it's very easy to learn. It doesn't require any months and months of training to learn it. The principles are very easy to learn. So there's a 4-step process when doing Emotional Freedom Technique. The first one is you want to identify the fear that you're feeling, or identify whatever is going on. For the sake of this video, we're going to talk about fear. So you want to identify the fear. So like in my last video, I talk about fear of failure. Well, fear of failure is a pretty broad topic. So you want to narrow it down and try to dissect that fear of failure and see what are the root fears. So maybe fear of failure, it's really the fear of being ridiculed, or the fear of being embarrassed if you show up powerfully. So you want to identify the specific fear. The next thing is you want to rate that fear. So you want to take a deep breath, really focus on your internal state, how you feel. And you want to think about the fear of failure. And then you want to rate your feelings from a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being the least fearful, 10 being the most fearful. So you want to rate it. Then you want to tap into whatever you're feeling. The thing is, you can't release what you don't feel. So all these repressed emotion, you have to feel them in order to get rid of them or to release them. So you want to tap in. So say, for example, fear of failure. Say fear of failure is hindering you to do videos. You're an entrepreneur, and one of the ways that you can use to market yourself, to really get your message out to the world, is through videos. And say you're afraid to show up in videos, like I was. When I first started doing videos, I was so afraid of being ridiculed, afraid of not being able to speak fluently, afraid of not being able to intelligently convey my message, just afraid of what people would think, questioning my value, questioning my self-worth. So as an example, using that as an example, you're afraid to show up and do videos. So you may be afraid that people are not gonna like the way you communicate over your video. So they're not gonna like your style of communication. So basically what you wanna do, you wanna identify the key tapping points. Key tapping points are the karate chop. So we'll start off at the karate chop, then the top of your head, inside your eyebrow, outside your eye, underneath your eye, underneath your nose, so the bridge there, underneath your nose, and underneath your chin, so where that you could feel a slight indentation. And then you could feel your collarbone, so right around your collarbone, right underneath it, that bony ridgy area, that's another. And the last one is it's say 4 inches below your armpit there. So ladies, it's right at your bra strap, right there. So tuning back into the problem with you not wanting to show up on videos because you're afraid people are going to ridicule you. So you may want to start off at your karate chop. Well, you start off at your karate chop. Say, even though I feel like people are going to ridicule me for doing my video, I completely love and accept myself just the way I am. Even though people will make fun of me and ridicule my video, I completely love and accept myself just the way that I am. Even though people will make fun of me, I completely love and accept myself just the way I am. So you start off at a karate chop, you say even though, you state the problem, and then you want to say I love and accept myself, any variation. The point with EFT is like the words doesn't matter, it's really tuning in to your feeling. So we did the karate chop 3-point time. Now you want to go through your go to the head, and you want to say even though people will ridicule me when they watch my video, I know that they will ridicule me. So we're going to start through the points. Oh, I skipped one. I know that they'll ridicule me. That's the eyebrow point. I can see it right now because I've been ridiculed so much all my life. My parents used to ridicule me. My family members used to ridicule me. The children at school used to ridicule me. I can't see it any different. I just know that they will ridicule me. So you do one round of the negative. So you feel like they're going to ridicule you. So then you go through a round of the positive. You want to use some positive affirmation. So you say, well, there's evidence in my life where I have not been ridiculed before outside of the eye. I've done many college presentations and I wasn't ridiculed. I was well received. People told me how much I did so good of a job. Oh, so I choose to look at this whole thing very differently. Ridicule, fear of ridicule, or fear of being ridiculed, is just my ego showing its face. It wants to stop me. But I choose to do differently. And then, you want to take a deep breath, blow it out, and then tune within and see if, when we first started, we went from a scale of 0 to 10. How was that fear of being ridiculed? Maybe you gauge it at maybe on a 7 level. Now you want to tune back in and gauge it again. What is that feeling? Is it lower? Is it higher? Has it remained the same? And then you want to do a couple more rounds till you can bring it down to a lower level, maybe a 0 or 1 or 2. Okay? So there you have it. I think I know EFT is a very powerful technique that you can use to really transform your life, to get rid of limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck, keeping you remaining the same. So leave me a comment. If you're at my blog, leave me a comment, share this video with the buttons to the left. If you are on my YouTube channel, please leave a comment and also share this. Maybe you're using another technique to get rid of limiting beliefs. If I have omitted the technique that you're using, leave me a comment and I would love to explore that technique. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.